Every soldier has a story. Every operation has a purpose. Here at Diane's Defense Scope channel, we bring you closer to the heartbeat of global military power. Welcome to the world behind the battlefield. At the riverbanks of Frecatei, Romania, the morning began like any other quiet, with a gentle mist lingering over the surface of the water. But that calm was soon replaced by the sound of roaring engines, synchronized footsteps, and the orchestrated movements of troops assembling along the shoreline. Here, U.S. soldiers from the 7th Engineer Brigade, under the 21st Theater Sustainment Command, were preparing for a critical mission as part of Exercise Saber Guardian 25. This is not just another drill. This is a combat simulation designed to test one of the most demanding maneuvers in military operations: the wet gap crossing. In modern warfare, rivers, lakes, or any major water barrier known as wet gaps can pose serious logistical and tactical challenges. When bridges are destroyed or unavailable, armies must be able to cross swiftly and securely, often under simulated enemy pressure, while transporting heavy vehicles, equipment, and troops to the other side. That's where the engineers come in, highly trained soldiers capable of deploying modular pontoon bridges in record time. As part of the broader Defender Europe 25 series, Saber Guardian 25 is co-led by the Romanian Joint Force Command in U.S. Army Europe and Africa, with one clear objective: to enhance interoperability. That means different nations, with different equipment and languages, must operate seamlessly as one joint force. This exercise doesn't just measure speed or technique, it strengthens the very core of Allied cooperation. Soldiers from across NATO, Americans, Romanians, Germans, and others are learning to coordinate their efforts, communicate under pressure, and execute shared procedures, regardless of origin. Every bolt fastened, every pontoon aligned, and every command issued is a step toward greater battlefield unity. On the banks of the Danube tributary, engineers disembark pontoon sections from transport trucks, quickly guiding them into the water. Teams in the water secure and lock each section, building the bridge piece by piece, while others secure the flanks, manage the anchoring, and oversee traffic coordination. Armored vehicles stand ready to roll across as soon as the structure is sound. All of this happens in real time, under the watchful eye of multinational observers, with no room for error. Wet gap crossings are not just about crossing water, they are about crossing boundaries. Boundaries between nations, between doctrines, and between ways of thinking. It's about building trust in both the equipment and in each other. Through exercises like this, soldiers learn that real strength lies in unity, in the ability to work alongside partners from across the world with mutual respect and shared responsibility. As the operation continues, it becomes clear that the true value of Saber Guardian 25 is more than tactical. It's strategic. It demonstrates readiness, deterrence, and cohesion. In an increasingly complex global environment, being able to deploy and operate jointly with precision is no longer optional. It's essential. By the time the last vehicle crosses the makeshift bridge and the mission reaches completion, the soldiers don't just walk away with another task checked off. They walk away more prepared, more connected, and more confident. Confident in their equipment, in their teams, and in the alliance they serve. Here in Frecatei, a temporary bridge now spans the river, but what it truly represents is something much greater: the bridge of cooperation, of shared commitment, and of collective defense. Saber Guardian 25 reminds us that in NATO, the strength of one is multiplied by the unity of many, and that, together, we are ready to defend any front, anytime, anywhere. These aren't just drills. These are rehearsals for scenarios that may one day demand real action. The message is clear. NATO is ready, not just in word, but in will and in capability. The ability to move forces swiftly across complex terrain is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity in an unpredictable world. But there's something deeper happening here, beyond tactics and steel. It's the forging of bonds between nations, the quiet understanding between soldiers who, though born oceans apart, now stand side by side with one mission, one standard, and one cause. In that unity lies deterrence. In that trust lies power. And when the final armored vehicle crosses the bridge and boots stomp firmly on the far bank, A sense of accomplishment fills the air, not just for the mission completed, but for the proof that together, they can move mountains or rivers,